Hello, and welcome to the Designing with Love podcast. I am your host, Jackie Pellegrin, where my goal is to bring you information, tips, and tricks as an instructional designer. Hello, instructional designers and educators. Welcome to episode 81 of the Designing with Love podcast. Today, we're digging into a practical playbook for staying ahead of learning trends without burning out. You'll leave with a simple way to track, evaluate, and apply what's new in our field. So, grab your notebook, a cup of coffee, and settle in as we explore this topic together. Before we dive into the 5 practice trends, here's a quick frame. Episode 79 covers the emerging technologies landscape, and episode 44 offers a UDL foundation to build on. Today is the operational companion, the habits, systems, and metrics that turn those ideas into results. Both of these are linked under the episode links section in the show notes. In this episode, you'll learn 5 practice trends that keep you current without chasing every shiny object, a mini trend filter to separate signal from hype, and a 2-week pilot plan you can start this week. Let's start with the mindset shift that powers all the others. Trend 1. Skills first and evidence-driven design. Why it matters. Move beyond completions to skills, performance, and mobility. What to track. Create a lightweight skills dictionary for one role. Tag one existing module to 3 to 5 skills. What to evaluate. Watch time to proficiency, error rates, and on-the-job application notes. How you can apply it next week. Add 3 XAPI events. Practice attempt, reflection note, and a real-world application. Once you know which skills matter, the next question is where learning happens. Trend 2. Learning in the flow of work. Why it matters. Shift the center of gravity from courses to in-tool resources and nudges. What to track. Instrument help moments, which are search items, hint opens, and job aid clicks. What to evaluate. Look for time to solve reductions and ticket deflection. How to apply it next week. Turn one frequent support ticket into a 2-step in-app tip, plus a 60-second walkthrough. Great. Now let's make sure everyone can benefit from these improvements. Trend 3. Accessibility by design with UDL. Why it matters. Accessibility and UDL aren't bolt-ons. They're baseline quality for every learner. What to track. Add an accessibility or UDL checklist to your definition of done, which includes captions, alt text, headings, contrast, and multiple representations. What to evaluate. Test with assistive technology and mobile-only users, then compare completion and task success to legacy content. How to apply it next week. Pick one high-traffic asset and add transcripts, chunked headings, alt text, and a second modality, such as audio or interactive. With inclusive foundations in place, let's scale your capacity. Trend 4. Content operations and reuse. Design systems for L&D. Why it matters. A design system turns one win into many without reinventing the wheel. What to track. Stand up a pattern library, which can include objectives blocks, interaction templates, feedback styles, micro nudge cards, and accessibility snippets. Make sure to tag assets by topic, audience, and format. What to evaluate. Measure build time saved and rework rate sprint to sprint. How to apply it next week. Convert one successful interaction into a reusable template and write a 5-step how we built this guide. Systems help, but people make it real. Bring your partners closer. Trend 5. Co-creation with SMEs and learners. Why it matters. Early feedback reduces cycle time and catches blind spots fast. What to track. Set SME studio hours. Run 5 quick user tests per release and keep a 1-page decision log. What to evaluate. Monitor request to release time and post-launch issues. How to apply it next week. Book a 30-minute code design session to storyboard one microflow with your SME and 2 learners. We've got 5 ways to operate. Now, how do you decide what to act on first? Here's the 3-step trend filter that you can use anytime a new tool or technique pops up. Signal. Do 3 or more independent sources show measurable use cases? Scope. Can we pilot in less than 2 weeks with 1 success metric? Sustain. Do we have privacy, accessibility, and maintenance covered? Filter passed? Great. Here's your next 2 weeks. Your 2-week micropilot. Week 1. Days 1 and 2. Baseline and metric, such as rework rate and time to solve. Days 3 through 5. Build the smallest possible version. 1 scenario, 1 pattern, and 1 nudge. Week 2. Days 6 through 9. Release to a small cohort. Collect data and quotes. Day 10. After action review. 15 minutes. Keep, fix, or park. And because staying ahead shouldn't cost your well-being, here's some burnout guardrails that you should keep in mind. Set a no weekend pilots rule. Use a done-for-now checklist to avoid endless tweaks. Reserve 1 evidence hour each sprint for review. No new building. All right, let's get you moving this week. Here's your call to action. Pick 1 practice trend. Define 1 measurable problem it will solve. Run a 2-week pilot, then tell me how it went. You can reach me on LinkedIn, or you can send a voice note on the podcast site. I'd love to cheer you on and feature wins in a future episode. Before we wrap with today's quote, here's your quick on-air recap. Here's today's playbook in 1 minute. Skills first and evidence-driven. Track real skills and measure time to proficiency, not just completions. Learning in the flow of work. Move help into the tools people already use. Watch time to solve and ticket deflection. Accessibility by design with UDL. Bake in captions, alt text, and multiple representations. See episode 44 for the deep dive. Content operations and reuse. Build a simple design system. Patterns, templates, and versioning to save time and cut rework. Co-creation with SMEs and learners. Test early with 5 users, keep studio hours, and log decisions. Make sure to use the trend filter. Signal, scope, sustain, and run your 2-week micropilot to turn ideas into impact. For links to episode 79 and episode 44, plus today's templates, make sure to check out the episode links in the show notes. Before I conclude this episode, here's an inspiring quote from Alan Watts, a British writer and speaker. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Thanks for being here with me today. Wishing you clarity, calm, and momentum as you put this playbook to work. Thank you for taking some time to listen to this podcast episode today. Your support means the world to me. If you'd like to help keep the podcast going, you can share it with a friend or colleague, leave a heartfelt review, or offer a monetary contribution. Every act of support, big or small, makes a difference, and I'm truly thankful for you.